Hey guys. So today I am actually 29 weeks right now, but I didn't do a 28 week. Well, actually I did a 28 week video and I didn't like it. So I'm scrapping it and I'm gonna redo it, but now it's a couple days later. So I'm actually sitting in the clinic parking lot because last week at my 27 week appointment, I had my glucose test and I wouldn't say I necessarily failed, but I didn't fit into their standard range. And I haven't asked too much about it, but it kind of just doesn't make sense to me. I don't care. They can do whatever they need to do to make sure that I'm safe and healthy and the baby's all good. I'll do whatever. So I don't care too much. But what I don't understand, so I think their standard range, their average for the testing was 90 to 135, and I was a 150. So I'm 15 over, right? So the nurse calls and she's like, yeah, you were outside of the standard range. So I'm like, well, what's the cutoff to having gestational diabetes? Should I be worried? And she's like, well, anything over 190 is concerning, but we still need you to come in and do the 3 hour. So I'm a little confused about that because the way she made it sound was that I was way below the concerning range, but they still want me to come in just because I was a little bit outside of the average range. So I don't understand that. I'm not, like I said, not really worked up about it because I don't care whatever I have to do. I feel fine. I don't have any of the signs of gestational. Oh, I forgot my earrings. I don't have any of the other signs or symptoms of gestational diabetes, so it's whatever. If I have it, I have it, and we just go from there. But I feel good. So along that line, I feel good. So we'll just call it 28 weeks for this video, but 28 weeks, I feel really good. I will say that between 27 and 28 weeks, my stomach, I know that I just exploded. I can see it in my pictures. I can feel it. Cullen can see it. And so that's kind of wild. The baby definitely grew from 27 to 28 weeks, had a good growth spurt there. And I was just telling Cullen last night that the difference between the two babies, the two pregnancies so far, is Isla sat so far in my back. And so I didn't feel she was high up and far in my back. So she, at this point, she was giving me such crazy, rib pain. And not even pain, but just discomfort. I could not sit for very long because she'd be so balled up right in my ribs. And this baby sits way down there. He's really low. And he just, hangs out low and, front and center. So that's a different feeling for me because for the first time I feel I have something I don't feel a ton of discomfort, but I definitely didn't feel this much frontal weight or pressure until I was probably in the last 3 weeks or so with Isla. So this is new, but I like it. It's a fun experience to have two different pregnancies. Let's see. So I feel good. At my 27 week appointment, I also was really excited because I was still 4 pounds under what I weighed when I went in for my 27 week with Isla. So that's cool. Even though I don't feel that way, I still don't feel I feel bigger this time, but I don't know. There's things that are just different. I think I've said it before that I'm not able to work out as much as I did with Isla, but I'm also not sitting around as much as I did with Isla. With Isla, I had this 50-50 balance of get my workout done, then pig out on any snacks or food that I wanted. So I think like those two were constantly butting heads. And now maybe I'm doing the opposite. Like I'm not working out as much as I did with Isla, but I'm also not eating as much. So I'm kind of playing the same game, but in a different, like, I don't know, in a different way. So I'm happy about the weight gain though. And my doctor did say like, well, looks like we're kind of plateauing, but I feel like I know better. And I know that that's not like a permanent plateau. Like I fully expect, I think I have a doctor appointment in 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. And I fully expect like there will be at least a 4-pound weight gain. I know it because this baby is much bigger already this week than last. And that's cool with me. Like I'm still on track. You know, if I gain just like a few pounds like between each appointment, that's cool with me. I know where I'm at. I know, you know, what I'm comfortable with. I know how I feel. So if the weight just kind of, you know, the pounds just kind of slowly add, I'm cool with it. I don't have any cravings, since we're talking about gaining weight in pounds. I don't have any cravings still. I just think that's so weird that with Isla, there was like an insane urge to just eat any sweets at all. And this time around, I've got nothing. I could eat all the same things. I have all the same like normal cravings that I do when I'm not pregnant. Like one day I'm like, yeah, sushi sounds good, and that's normal. And then the other day it's like, yeah, a chicken salad sounds good, and all those things. Okay, maybe a little bit an ice cream cone sounds good. And so nothing crazy. I just, yeah, it's a different thing. There's nothing that I'm like constantly running to the gas station for to eat, or any convenience, you know, store or whatever. So I don't know what else to say. I mean, for 28 weeks, I'm feeling good, and my clothes are definitely getting more snug, like, but it's funny. There's things that I'm just like, I just need to rock this bump because it's not going anywhere and it's just getting bigger. Things are getting a little bit harder. Like I'm getting to the point now where I'm like, I drop something and I'm like, is it worth it? Because I can't pick it up, or I'm gonna have to get out of my chair and get down on the floor on my hands and knees to pick that up. And I don't really know if I care about it that much. And then, you know, like tying my shoe, or like we're in the car and I'll drop something down on the floor. It's the same thing. And Colin will be like, can you get that? And I'm like, nope, we're gonna have to wait till we get to our next stop so I can get out and get it. And then with like, even with Isla right now, like she keeps wanting to crawl all over me, and she keeps wanting to like use my stomach as like a step stool almost. And I'm like, that is not gonna work anymore, kid. Like that's not what that's for. She thinks that she can just crawl all over me, and so we've had to kind of adjust with that. And I can only like rock her way up here, or hold her like off to my side. So just new things, but all fun. And yeah, okay, so we talked about weight gain, talked about cravings, talked about how I'm feeling. Sleep is pretty good. I'm sleeping like a rock lately, but I have crazy dreams every single night. And I always have crazy dreams, but this time around, my dreams are like my dad. If you guys don't know me, my dad passed away in 2011, and I've had a dream about him. I've probably, since he passed, so it's 2019 now. So since he passed, I've probably had a handful of dreams with him in it, and I can remember all of those because they were just so like rare and significant that I remembered them. But I've had him in my dreams almost every single night the last 2 weeks. So that's really weird, and just, I don't mind it, because it's a clear picture of him, and it's all like, it's a good dream. They're just weird. Like, we're doing weird things. And then, so I talked about sleep, and energy is good. Yeah. So I'm in the clinic right now, or the clinic parking lot. I'm going to walk inside here and go do my other glucose test, because now I have to sit here for like 3 hours and do another one. Fantastic. So I hope their Wi-Fi works, so I have some shit to do, and I'm not just gonna sit there for 3 hours, because that would really suck, because you can only do so much on your cell phone. So all right, I think I will probably do, so that was technically my 28 week, so I'll probably do a 32 week, unless something crazy happens, and maybe I'll do like a 30 or a 31, but that's my 28 week.